Hello, welcome back to Let Supreme Ghost T2X. We're going to continue this wonderful campaign and play mission 4 today, Shadowing the Enemy. So we're going to load up the save game from While the City Sleeps and watch the briefing.
I found a few notes back at Gadar's place talking about a town called Sunnyport. Sounded like these smugglers have some sort of a base there. Malak tells me it's a town overlooking the coast, where all the nobility go to get away from the foul city air. Sounds a little odd calling them nobility, but I guess cream's not the only thing that rises to the top. Malak's about the only half-noble person I've met in this city. He says there's something called a steam carriage, which goes from the city to Sunnyport every day. He says it can pull 10 carriages as fast as a whole train of horses can pull one. I don't think he approves. I had to wander around the station today, but there are lots of areas out of bounds to the public, and you can't get near the carriage without a ticket. Tickets cost far more than I can afford right now. Today I'm going to find a way on board the train and follow the smugglers to their stop. Sounds easy, but by the looks of the decorations, there's quite a lot of money in that place, so I can expect it to be heavily guarded. I somehow doubt the smugglers will just invite me in, so I'll need a bit of money for equipment once I'm there. I suppose this is as good a place as any to get that. I didn't want to become a thief, but Malak says this is the only way, and I can't think of anything better. So, here goes.
So, Shadowing the Enemy. Objectives. The smugglers will be riding the local steam carriage to Sunnyport, and you'll need to find a way on board. Though the locals will ignore you unless provoked, the mechanists and the carriage platform will be checking for tickets. Lift a ticket from one of the nobles, or sneak by the guards and get on the train. So there's only one noble that has a ticket, and you have to knock him out to get the ticket. So that obviously is not possible for us, so we have to steal one that does not belong to anybody else. You can sneak by the guards to get on the train, but that we can only do if we take at least a Supreme bust, maybe even a Ghost bust, I'm not sure. But there's a way to get a ticket, so we're going to do that. Once on board the train, head to the sitting room in the end car, close the door behind you, and wait for the steam carriage to start. In order for your plan to work, the smugglers can't find out you're still alive. Don't alert any of them, and don't attack them with any of your weapons or tools. So the smugglers are enemies, they're hostile. Any other individual in the station, at least unless you get on the train illegally, does not alert you unless you are somewhere you're not supposed to be, or attack them, or use a weapon. So we're pretty much free to roam around as long as we don't stay visible to the smugglers. This mission can be Supreme Ghosted. It can be Perfect Thieved as well. I am not going to do that because you have to take Supreme Busts to get a couple of pieces of loot. But the Segmented run, like I try to usually do, if possible, I will do a Perfect Thief run in my Segmented run, and still also Supreme as much as I can. But this run will be focused on Supreme only. It's very difficult to take one piece of loot, extremely difficult, and I've only recently been able to do it, and I was not able to do that when I ghosted this when it was released back in the mid-2000s. So another mission in this campaign that I've been able to improve on since last time I played it. So I'll explain what that means for our run here in a little bit. Actually, that's one of the first pieces of loot coming up, the difficult one. Okay, we don't need to buy anything, and we can't either. There are a few things that I don't think we've seen before. An EMP grenade. That is a grenade you can throw, and it explodes on impact, and it destroys anything that is electrical or steam powered. Cameras, lights, anything like that. I don't think it'll take out torches, but it'll take out electrical lights as well. We have 2 vine arrows. So back to vine arrows for this, or no, vine arrows for this one. The next mission will have rope arrows. So, want to look at the map real quick. We start in the main entrance outside the Cog Carriage Station. This is the ticket area when you get into the ground floor. And then you have an upstairs area here. And you have a couple of control rooms up here. This is where the difficulties loot is. And we're not allowed to be in here. We can't go in there as long as we're not seen. But if we are seen, then we will be attacked like we're hostile. There's also an area outside in the south that we can go to. And then this is stairs back down again to a waiting area that's in the western section. And this is down below. So this is the waiting area, and then you go in to get to the depot, or the train station itself. This is outdoors, so the train is stationed here. And then these are the different places on the train, and that I will go to when we enter the train. So we're going to listen to a conversation right away here.
I found a pretty bauble to give to my dearest.
Aw, isn't that cute?
Hey, Taffer, you're just jealous because you haven't got a beautiful woman at your beck and call.
She's at your beck and call, is she? Then why did I see her walking around with old man Hagersly?
She was?
Nah, just taffing with you.
Taffer.
So we're going to follow them now. Just going to wait to make a save here. So we don't have to worry about, staying on their tail or anything like that. They will get to, I think there's 2 locations they stop before they get to the train. So this is the outside of the station. I think this is quite impressive. Oh. Very loud. Here is maybe I should turn it down a little bit. Some of you have complained a little bit on the game volume being very loud. It depends a little bit on how loud it is in-game, though. Here's a mouse arrow. And then... if you shoot a vine into that, great. Up here is an EMP grenade that you can take. You can jump down here to get back down safely. So I'm not going to do all that. I want to see if I can spot the smugglers when they go in. And see if that helps. Yeah. So this is a little circular area. Okay. Let's read this. Welcome to Cog Carriage Station. All patrons are welcome. Anyone caught thieving, fighting, or trying to enter a restricted area will be put to death by order of Karis. Only patrons with tickets may enter the boarding platform area. Okay.
I still can't believe they were able to construct something like this. A moving carriage. Amazing.
Yes, but I heard they're having...
Oh, now the smugglers saw me, so we have to wait a little bit. Forgot about that. So when we enter, there's going to be another conversation between the two women there, and then the Mechanist guard you see over there is going to come over to them and join in as well. So we're going to...
It's so hard to find good help around here. Maybe I should start hiring from the Servants Guild.
Always so
We're going to head up to the
quiet
stairs to
around
the right and then listen to their
Nothing
conversation from there.
here. Well,
I still can't believe they were able to construct something like this. A moving carriage. Amazing.
yes, but I heard they were having trouble keeping it up and running. It costs so much to make it move.
Is that so? I can't see how, since it runs on steam. Maybe they should get the sheriff to stand near it.
I
He's
wish
so full
someone
of
would
hot
step
air.
out and scream or something.
Bite your tongue. The sheriff keeps us safe from horrid criminals. Not like those Mechan... whatevers that have sprung up.
Ladies, it's not here the speaking of the divine order of the mechanists.
Do you work here, sir?
Oh no, I'm just passing through.
Perhaps you'd like a little company. I could use a big, strong mechanist to
I do
walk
not
into your rival.
understand someone
You
who's
never
evil.
know what kind of scoundrel is lurking around at this time of night.
Well, I suppose I can do that. Anything to assist you. I mean, me. Anything to assist me, grand lady.
Ugh, the nerve! What a flirt! Damn my shyness. Nothing ever happened.
Okay, so now we can actually take the opportunity, while he is gone, to steal one of the tickets.
There's no action at all tonight.
There. You're not allowed to go back here, but if you drop down from that window, the servant doesn't see it. So it says here, ticketing counter, all patrons must remain on this side of the counter. So if they see you, either the guard or the servant, and you go back there, then you will be caught. So now we got our ticket. There's 3 of them there. And I'm going to show you something here. Security control rooms, do not enter. There's 2 doors. Okay, he saw me. I wasn't meaning to get caught there. We're in the upper control rooms now, and that's where the difficult piece of loot is, which I'm not going to show you how to take. I'll explain it. But I'm not going to show you in this run.
Yes.
So we are now headed into this door, and these are the control rooms.
So much
Okay, so you can sort of spot it right where that bot walked right now. There's a Foot Locker. We're safe here. And that camera is panning. There's no way to shut off the lights without using an EMP grenade. You can also use that to destroy the camera. Here's a secret end exit behind those crates if you want to sneak onto the train, but you can't get up these stairs without getting at least a chirp.
Wretched intruder.
Without getting a chirp from that camera. So there is a way to get past that area, get over to the Foot Locker, and get back. So there's a piece of loot in that Foot Locker. You can get that.
Smells like walking
for ghosts, you have to use a moss arrow, and you have to take, I think, at least 1, maybe 2 first alerts from that robot. We don't have to take 1 the way I did now. But there. What you have to do is you have to time that watcher. So if you see how it spins, right now you can go over, and now it'll catch you. So you can do that to jump on top of those 2 gauge panels you see on the right and hide in that corner. And then you can from there time him again and then walk or drop down to the metal floor right underneath the camera. Then he doesn't see you. You can take the loot. Then you can do the same going back. The last stretch from the top of those panels and back to this location is very difficult because you're walking into the field of view of the camera. So that you're talking a fraction of a second for you to be able to do that. But I have been able to do that, and I will do it in the segmented run. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this little clip right now, so there'll be a split in the video where you can see how that move is being done. So that split should come right now. So there, you should have seen how that was done now. So you have to use a moss arrow. You have to take a first alert from that robot, but you can get the piece of loot. It's a medallion worth 100. Over here, that's this little area. There are 2 cameras down there, and this is a footlocker with another EMP grenade. There's a lot of those around. So it's meant for you to use those to destroy the equipment here. These cameras too. A little bit difficult to get back. But you can do it, and then you can leave. Now, going out, they can catch you too. Or I say there's only 1 guard here now, but there is another guard that we're going to see not too long that'll come as well. So now we can continue. The smugglers are now down in the waiting area here.
Maybe they should get the sheriff to stand near it. He's so full of hot air.
But 'tis not right for thee, who has not the training of the builder, to speak his name.
That is very strange. Now they have stopped out there. And they are continuing their conversation. There's another conversation that I want to listen to down there. Maybe we'll just have to wait for that to play out a second time. That's annoying.
I can't see how, since it runs on steam. Maybe they should get the sheriff to stand near it. He's so full of hot air.
There is no action at all. I wish something would start cooking us better food, I am going to quit.
Okay, now that guard is on his way.
But 'tis not right for thee, who has not the training of the builder, to speak his name.
Thy words are untrue, heathen. I have
I
within
do
me the
not
great teachings of the
understand
builder.
some of these
Though I
people.
sorely wish I couldst have learned them in this manner much sooner, and I would have, were it that your precious Hammerite order allowed women to join.
But why would a woman wish to join the order? Thou can learn of the builder by seeking out our sermons, and avoid all the embarrassments which can occur if thou were to become a Hammerite.
I wish to please the builder as much as thee, perhaps more so. Thine old boys' club is no more, Hammerite. Seek thee out the Mechanist order, and thou shalt find thine heart.
I have my heart, woman. Speak not to me of the Mechanist order. It is unholy and shall be thy downfall.
Thou shalt not listen to me. Only when the builder has dropped a mighty hammer on thy head shall thee understand. Even then, I think it most unlikely.
Wait! I'm not finished
work
speaking
here,
to thee.
sir?
Come back! Stop there, Mechanist. I
Perhaps you'd
still
like a
have
little
words for
company.
thee.
I could use a big, strong mechanist to walk me to the arrival area.
So now she is
You never
continuing the
know
conversation
what
from
kind of
before.
scoundrel was looking around at this time of night.
Okay. So let's see, we have to get a
Snow
secret
in Sunnyport.
here.
Bah, 'tis most assuredly fair weather in the city this day.
I hope this will work. There. Okay, we have to have him turned. Because we need to shoot a vine arrow and he will alert if he has seen us when we shoot a vine arrow here.
I thought I saw some.
Oh, there's a savage after me! Help!
Oh, okay. She saw it. They can't see us actually shoot the arrow, that's the problem.
I still cannot believe they were able to construct something like this. I'm really surprised. Outrageous.
Screens.
I still cannot believe they were able to construct something like this. I'm really proud. Amazing.
There.
Is that so? Maybe I should get the sheriff to stand.
Sunnyport, ha! By the builder. The sun is surely frightened away by the greed and avarice of these beggarly shopkeepers.
Down here's a water arrow. I thought that was another conversation, but it's not. Oh, come on.
Do you work here, sir? You'd like a little.
Oh, we're not going to be able to get up on that vine now because I... Oh, God.
Never have I seen such foul weather as in this deplorable excuse for a town. Aha! Prepare to receive.
Oh, come on. We're not going to be able to get up on that vine now.
I still can't believe they were able to construct something like this. I'm really proud. Amazing. Is
There. That'll work.
The sheriff to stand near it. He's so full of hot air.
Okay. Good. Some issues with the conversations here. They keep restarting every time we reload the game. That is a big game bug that I thought that had been eliminated, or should be eliminated anyway. So this is the mission's only secret up here. Over here's a gas arrow. And then there's a door that we have to pick open. I don't like to pick locks that I don't have to pick, but this one is necessary if you want all the loot. There. 2 stacks of silver coins worth 12 each, and then a pile of coins worth 75, so 99 total. And then there's a readable. Havert, if you leave your smelly boots in here one more night, I'm going to throw you off the edge. The stench is enough to choke a Burke. I know a good foot doctor over in Aldale that could take a look at it for you if you'd like. Either way, I'm sick of sacking out in the vestibule downstairs to keep from gagging all night long. Either the boots go, or you go. Scollins. Alright. Well, let's not do that. Let's instead climb down the ladder, shall we? There. Here we can get back out into the rotunda area outside the ticket. Well, we have to close this one, and we can only do that from the outside.
Maybe they should get the sheriff to stand near it. He's so full of
They
hot
just keep
air.
talking in the same conversation. Okay, well, we're done in here.
The sheriff keeps us safe from hard criminals.
So the woman that was in that conversation earlier, she comes up here. That's why I didn't trigger that conversation before I showed you this door. And if you want to go in there and get that loot, I suggest you do not trigger it until you are done with that area. Let's see, I don't think the smugglers are down there. So we have 99, and we are not going to
Here, sir.
get any more loot before we head down into the train, actually. Yeah, the smugglers have gone from here into the depot. Dost thou wish to seek out the builder and learn his words? Dost thou wish to cast away thy timid, crime-fearing ways? Yes, heathen, the words of the builder can be learned by thee. Speaketh to any mechanist thou seekst, and ask how thou might learn the ways of the cog. Visit cheery Sunnyport, home to dozens of shops and tourist amusements. Make certain to visit our famed marketplace and visit the spooky smuggler's cave. Found, 1 baby Burrick with muzzle. Tag on collar in the shape of a mechanist gear. Name on tag reads Lovekins. Contact Thomas Smithson in Dayport. Okay. The first steam carriage, put on display here to remind us that the toils of Karis and the builder doth yield the finest of laborly fruits. This is the guy with the ticket, by the way. Oh. He lights up. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe you can take it then, I'm not sure. If anybody can enlighten me there. I've only been able to knock him out and then take the ticket afterwards. He goes into this area here, which is perfect. This is back up to the control rooms, the bottom of the stairs with the two watchers.
Thank you. I need a day off.
Ticketed passengers only beyond this point. So when you have a ticket and you come over here, it says that you hold out your ticket and he accepts your entry. If you don't have a ticket here, he's supposed to react if you enter this area. And we can see the smugglers up ahead, so I'm going to be a little careful.
I think what I need is a snack.
So what I think I'm going to do here is lower the ambient volume a little bit. Because I think that's too loud compared to the game volume. Okay, in here is a flash bomb. So we're now in the depot and we're headed down. I want to go on this side because the smugglers are on this left side here. And they're going to have another conversation before we can enter the train.
Hey, there's something I forgot to mention.
What?
I had to get rid of Rathrin. He kept turning down our offers when we offered him to join us. Can't have those rogue elements running around. He knew too much.
Too bad for him. Where'd you do it?
I took care of him in his shop. I set it up so that it looks like a robbery. Nobody will ever know.
Maybe his kids will be smart when they grow up and follow in Daddy's footsteps.
Maybe they'll grow up and do something respectable instead of part-time smuggling.
Okay, so that was the smugglers. So it shows that they are the ones that are responsible for what happened in the last mission. So now that you have a ticket, she actually moves forward. And if you don't have a ticket, she stays back so that you can't squeeze by her. In New Dark, you can just mantle over the fence here, but you couldn't do that in Old Dark, so there's no way you're getting on the train unless you have a ticket. Or if you use the secret entrance, you get out, or the secret ventilation shaft, then you will end up getting out on top of the train on that side.
Understand some of these people.
So now we managed to get on board. We just have to now get to the sitting room in the rear and close the door behind us. So we are now on the train itself. We are in the 5th car at this point, the kitchen. We can go into number 5 and 6 right now, and then the other 4 will be available once the train starts moving. So here it says, as breath courses through thy system, expanding the cage and bringing life, so too the steam does slide effortlessly through a machine to fuel its transformations. 5th book of Dominion, a Mechanist chant. So in the kitchen there's usually a servant and a robot once the train starts rolling. There's nobody here now, so we can take a piece of loot here actually. Here's a water arrow, loaf, 2 cucumbers, an apple, and there is our 2 pieces of cheese here. And here are 2 deer legs, and in the top one there is a fire arrow. More interestingly for us, there is a bottle of wine right here, worth 50. So here it's blocked off. You can't get to cars 4 through 1.
Damp does rot my lungs.
Christy the barmaid. Such a hot rabbit.
Okay. Empty room here. This is where we're supposed to end. Lounge sitting room. Here is a briefcase with a statue, worth 15. And out here are the smugglers. We have a goblet here worth 15, total 179. In here is a chest with an EMP grenade. But we have everything we need in the train for now, and now we're going to wait until it gets going. There. I think this is cool. So now the train started. So we checked off that, and now we have to find out which car the smugglers are riding in, so that you can pick up their trail again when the steam carriage stops. Okay. And now there's fog. Nice moves.
Catch a broom right here, lady.
So now there's a servant, and over here is a robot, but it doesn't alert to us unless we do something we're not supposed to. We can go up on the... Oh. Try that again. Here. It's a gas arrow, which is very loud up there. Okay, so this is then car 4, the dining hall. So in here, all we have to do really is read the menu. The menu, first courses. Sunnyport salad and field greens, with a variety of exotic vegetables. Choice of a honey basil dressing or a tasty ranch. Vegetable plate divine, with broccoli, carrots, roses, and cucumber slices. Freshly baked bruschetta, with tomatoes, basil, spices, and oils. Main courses, honey braised pheasant, potatoes and carrots served on the side. Half-pound Burke burger with potatoes au gratin, fresh greens, and a sesame spreading sauce. Chef Blazon's croissant rolls stuffed with tomatoes, greens, and meats. Lightly seasoned lake fish caught fresh every day. After courses, bowl of fruit picked fresh from Sunnyport. Sweetened cabbage, a homemade recipe. Coffee and tiramisu with mashed cane and syrup. Tasty beverages. Cap E. Tan's honey mead, Dayport Rodenbach aged red ale, Loggins birch beer, and squeezed tomato juice. I hate tomato juice, like with a passion. I'm not a picky person, a picky eater at all. I'm usually pretty adventurous when it comes to eating food. But tomato juice, I tasted for the first time when I was in my late 20s, and I almost threw up, honestly. So yeah, now you know a little bit about me. I don't like tomato juice.
Where is that maid?
Dungeon.
Okay, this is another menu, and the other thing of interest is a gold goblet here, worth 25. Okay, now this is a gambling cart, or car. Recreational car. And there are 3 pieces of loot in here. Now these 2 pieces of loot, if you take those, he will come over and give an alert. So I'll show you that.
Hey, someone must have stolen that.
So, I know that isn't a traditional first alert, but in my opinion, it is an alert that would bust Supreme. Because he clearly gives an indication that he saw this. I know it's scripted, but in the rule, it's not only referring to first alerts, like the normal alert states. It does refer to alerts of any kind. I know that sometimes when things are scripted, it's excused for Supreme, but when he is giving an audible remark here, that he has seen this is taken. This one he doesn't alert to. So this goblet we can take. But those 2 stacks of copper coins worth 10 total, we do need to skip for Supreme, at least in my opinion.
It's so hard to find
This face
good
here,
help
nobody
around
reacts
here.
to either.
Maybe I should start hiring from the Servants Guild.
that's total 284. Let's see. Any passenger who has not made prior arrangement for a private sleeping car must remain in the main halls whilst passing through. Anyone caught entering or attempting to enter a private car will be dealt with most harshly. Please do not disturb our noble guests. So we are now headed into car 2, the sleeping car for nobles. And there is a way to get into the luggage compartment underneath. Push these crates out of the way. We're going to get in there a different route though. Now I think 3 of these doors, there are 6 doors here, 3 of them are pickable, but they all have either keys attached to them or you can get in a different way. This one is open. Here's a vine arrow. If you're interested in that. Okay, here's an old woman. She has a key on her. You can't see it, but she does. And that key actually works on this door. But if you pick this open from the outside, the key disappears for some weird reason. Clarice, when you get to Sunnyport, you can follow the main street over toward the shops to the apartment. I wish you could have come during the tourist season when the smugglers' caves are open. There are no tours right now, but at least we'll be able to shop at some of the stores that are open year-round. I'll try to leave work early so we can start celebrating. Love you, sis, Dora. Nothing else to pick up in here, so we're going to move on. We're going to do the 3. Three on this side first. In here there's nobody sleeping, but there is a address, I believe it is. Yes, address total 299. Go back and we can drop down on the other side.
Hey, what was that?
Okay, I am not supposed to wake up him.
I'm so hungry. I wish they would bring my dinner.
He has a key also to this door, despicable, and that also disappears. Here's a medallion worth not 100. Worth 50, total 349. So we've skipped 110 so far. Here you can see a guard, and he will alert to the door opening, and he has a purse.
I thought I heard something. I need a day
That is
off.
worth 100 as well. So that we obviously also have to skip for Supreme. But all of these loot items, that's the last one we have to skip. All those loot items, 4 in total, can be taken for Ghost. So I will do that during my segmented run. You can actually take it through the door as well. I found that. See, now it's actually lit up right now. But that's an engine exploit, and that's not allowed for Supreme either. In the final room on this car, there is a gold vase worth 100 and a key, and that's for this door, which you can also pick open. And then there is a secret entrance into the luggage compartment, and that's how we're going to get in there. We can close them when we get back up. 2 pieces of loot down here. A pickable briefcase. Some coins, I think. Yeah. And then there is also a statue right here. Coins was worth 50, statue 15, total 514. And then we can fob that to close it.
I'm going to quit. If they don't start cooking us better food.
So now we're headed towards the front part of the sleeping car. So this is where you have larger rooms for the nobles.
I am going to quit.
2 doors to those 2 rooms. Those are both pickable. And in the dining area here, there is a bottle of wine, 2 goblets, and the plate here is also valuable, and a cheese. Total 604. Now, the first of those big sleeping rooms you can get into by using the balcony here. So we don't have to pick the lock on that door. We have to pick the lock on this, though, to get the loot inside. No, that was a healing oil. I thought maybe that wasn't loot. Couldn't remember 100% there. Didn't want that. There. We are going to take that goblet instead, and he has a key as well to this room that also disappears if you pick the lock on the door.
Ugh. Smells like rotten swill around here.
Okay. The next room, we're going to have to pick the lock on the door to get into. So let's do that. Here's a green vase. Now this is my ghost challenge for you guys, is to show me how to get that piece of loot without picking the lock on this door. Show me how to do that. To get that piece of loot without picking the lock on the door. That was worth 50, total 669. Let's see. There's one more thing I didn't show you guys. Right up, you can see the smoke from it up there. There's a gas arrow. And you can mantle up from the window on one of those 2 big sleeping chambers to get that gas hour. Or you can just jump from one of the cars in the back. Yeah, you can see it clearly there. Now we're going to get into the smugglers, and they're in the first car.
It's so boring.
Too bad
Nothing
there's
ever
no
happens.
entertainment on this taffin thing.
Like what? Singing? Dancing?
Like a show. Some form of entertainment where there's acting and such. You know, like over at the theater. They put on a right good show, I tell you.
I hate ballet.
Who asked you?
So, interestingly, that smuggler, that sits, he was standing the first 2 times I played this mission. And it was because he had seen me through the door. There is a little window in the door, which means that the door is actually transparent to those guys. And he had seen me and stood up. But when I ghosted it recently, I realized that he sits down without getting up if he doesn't alert to you. So we have to go real slow here. So we got a new objective. We checked off the one that we needed to find the smugglers. Make your way back to the sitting room in the rear car again, close the door behind you, and wait for the steam carriage to stop. Okay. So that shouldn't take too much time. And now we get to the last part of the mission, which is following the smugglers to their actual hideout. $669, that's right. There we go. Let's make a real save here. Oh yeah. Supposed to go this way. Sunnyport Mechanist Station, exit for departures. Incoming travelers, please veer to your right and use the side gate. And now the smugglers are right here. And now they start walking, so then we can start walking too. We're just going to follow them now. There's one piece of loot in the streets. And there are a couple of other things to show you to begin with here. First of all, over here there is a healing fruit right there. And there are 2 readables over here. Welcome, traveler. Get ready for the experience of your life. See the famous Lighthouse Cathedral. Shop at the wonderful Market Square. Buy fruits and candies unavailable elsewhere. Visit ye old smuggler caves. And visit reenactment battles of how the old-time pirates were driven from our village long ago. Stay at one of our many country inns and listen to the peaceful sounds of the ocean. Sip coffees and eat baby Burke pate from your glass. To pick up your free guide to the Sunnyport village, visit the nearby information office. That actually sounded pretty welcoming. And here we have a map. I'm sort of disappointed that this map doesn't go into your inventory, that you can't take it. But anyway, you are here. I guess that's where we are. So we are going to, this is a very big map, but we're only going to be able to see the right or the east side here. And we're going to follow the smugglers down here. And then they're going to end down in the southeast. We're going to pass the smuggler cave, but this sort of is a back entrance to the smuggler cave because that's where their hideout is, and that's where the next mission is going to be placed. So we're going to, there's a closed gate here, so we can't walk west. And there are a couple of smugglers that are stationed that we have to be careful not alerting.
And the princess and something.
That's the ye old smuggler cave. So this is like an assassin type segment, because they are turning around at regular intervals. Just got to be careful that we are not spotted. Here's a smuggler, and he seemingly said hi to them or something. At least he raised his hand. So we don't want to get caught by him. Which we would have if he had turned back there. Here's another smuggler that we gotta be careful of. He will see us if we go down when he's stationed this direction, but now he won't. There. And here's the third and last smuggler that we have to be careful of, this archer. He can be difficult.
Did I just see something?
Yeah, like I said, when I play Necro Age, the light gem is a little bit darker than how exposed we actually are. So sometimes it's difficult for me to gauge that. Oh, come on. Oh, we can't go through here. Okay.
Boy, I sure am hungry down here. Ugh. Gotta go up later and catch the scraps from dinner. I tell you, guard duty's not all it's cracked up to be.
Okay, so hopefully he can stay that direction until we are safe here. We have to go over there, sneak over here. So he saw us there. This is the last little section here. We're almost done with this. This is a pretty short mission, if you know what you're doing. But it's highly enjoyable. I like the fact that it's sort of divided up into three acts almost.
Lots of adventure, lots of excitement.
Before, during, and after the train.
All I knew I was gonna be doing is guarding these caves. I would have joined up with Reuben. Do 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 boom boom. God, this guard duty crap is boring.
Okay, now we're going to find the last piece of loot. It's on top of this building.
Did you notice that?
Oh, he's turned around for some weird reason. Gotta wait a little bit. Yeah, so give me some feedback on the audio. Not 100% sure how to fix the audio for this, if it's off. I am playing on a new laptop, like I've said, so... Climb up here. There is a statue. Worth 15, total 684. That's the last piece of loot. I think we should be good. Yes, we are. Nice. That was a successful Supreme Ghost of shadowing the enemy. We spent 32 minutes 5 seconds doing that, so we took 684 loot out of 894. So we skipped 210 then. 100 was the medallion in the control room at the Cog station. That is impossible to get for Supreme because you have to use a Moss Arrow and you have to take at least one first alert from the robot, possibly two. Yeah, at least one when you were taking off and starting that run, that little move. Then we skipped 10 more from 2 stacks of copper coins in the gambling car on the train because there was a scripted maneuver from the patron in there that ended in an actual alert that he gave. It wasn't a typical first alert, but it was an audible alert anyway, so I count that as a Supreme bust. So it's only 10 loot, and we already have to skip loot in this mission for Supreme, so I skipped that too. And then there's another purse worth 100 in one of the sleeping chambers that we had to skip because opening the door from either side will yield a first alert from the Mechanist Guard in there. You can take it through the door, but that's an engine exploit and also not allowed for Supreme, so that's 210 that we have to skip. Pockets picked 0 out of 7. I've only found 5 in this mission, so I don't know where the last 2 are. Locks picked 3. No backstabs or knockouts, no damage dealt taken or healing taken, nothing and nobody killed, no Iron Beast destroyed or disabled, and we found the 1 secret because it led to loot. Great. Perfect. Next time I will do another fan mission from the Thief 1 Anniversary Contest, one that I played about a month back and really enjoyed, so I hope you guys will enjoy that too, and then we're going to go back to Mission 4 of Thief 2, Ambush, after that. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.